So I'm currently on the way to the gym, well, just left the flat, for my first overreaching session. And yes, I imagine I will actually be overreaching. So I'm a little bit anxious, but I had a Monster this morning that was in place of a coffee. So I live right by the American Embassy, which is here. Can you see it kind of in the background? So there's guys, security men there with huge machine guns. And it always makes me feel, yeah, slightly on edge. Just always, but particularly when I have this camera. Yes, come on. Yes, come on. So I didn't really want to do this check-in here. I've done both my AM and my PM sessions now. You guys got to saw my quad workout. Ada is losing her shit right down here. You can't see her, thankfully. I'm hoping she doesn't bark. I may have to pick her up. But I had recorded some footage outside in a really nice, quaint little area around the embassy where there was some nice grass and things, and it was all real good. But it was windy as heck, and I played back that footage, and you could not hear what I was saying. So you've got me sat at my desk, unfortunately, which is fine, so long as Ada didn't bark and ruin this footage. But anyway, so I was talking there, trying to remember what I was saying. It was a very good session, just to talk you through what I did. I had one top set of hack squats. I then dropped the weight by about 10 to 15%. Then I did 4 down sets. I couldn't have done any more. After my last down set, I was gone. And interestingly on that last down set, and this is some of the insights only you guys as members will ever get really, because I just don't talk about this level of detail where I talk about it on other areas, is on that last down set, I actually ended up getting a repeat rep. So I got 7 reps on my 3rd down set. And on my 4th, I programmed 6, but I actually got 7 again. And that's because I told myself, I've spoken about it on the podcast before, don't think I've spoken to you guys specifically on here, where I think just leg training, especially on machines, you can sometimes underestimate your repetitions in reserve. Sorry, I'm laughing because Ada's licking my leg furiously down below. You just can't see her, and it's quite odd. So yeah, you sometimes can underestimate them, and what I really try and make sure I do is standardize my form on those movements, like a leg press or a hack squat, because you can rest quite a lot, and you could rest for quite a while. So I try and standardize my breathers so I just get my breath back. So if you watch my set within the session there, you'll see that sometimes I stop at the top, but I'm just getting my breath back. I'm not letting my quads recover because I want them to be fatigued. That's kind of the principle behind my reps, is you do a kind of activation set and then you rest for a very limited period of time, and it's very efficient training like that. So, or drop sets are very similar to that as well. So I don't want fatigue to go away. I just end up hitting failure points again and again and again, and I want to hit one true failure point, which you'll have seen I definitely hit, and every single set looked like that. But so I hit 7 and 7. Why did I do that? So one, I was like, I'm gonna go there for this set. Even if I hit 6 and I think I can get another rep, I'm doing another rep. And I always would do that. But I think part of the reason I did that is because sometimes on these machines, I will appropriately add a set and add volume because I'm recovering and I'm performing well. But sometimes that set will be at a slightly lower RAR than what is intended for the other sets. And I think I do that as a slight kind of cautionary element of my nature, in that I'm like, okay, I'm adding a set that's quite a lot of extra volume. I want to be recovered for my next leg session. So I kind of tentatively go a bit less hard on that. And I think I want to stop doing that, because I don't want to just do more volume for the sake of doing more volume. I want to make every little bit of volume as quality as possible. So that's just a small lesson for me. It was 1 rep difference. Like, it's not night and day. It's not going to make or break progress at all. But it was a nice little just kind of trial for me. It's not the same on basically any other movement. I can't get more reps. I can't. I know when I've hit true failure, especially on like pressing movements for me. So it's a very, very good session overall. So I did the 5 sets on hack, did 2 sets of back squats, which were torture after hack. I think that's a skill that I'm gonna have to develop in terms of like squatting after doing such a big compound movement. I've only ever done that for a single mesocycle once before, and I didn't really like it. Didn't really like it this time either. I just felt really kind of not unstable, but I just didn't feel my usual strong self. I think it's probably something you just have to get used to when you're squatting pre-fatigued squatting. So that was that. It was a good performance though. I was happy with my performance on there. And then moved on to leg extensions, where I did 2 sets of leg extensions. And yeah, those you can take to like, your final rep can fuck up, and you'll see my final rep did fuck up. I kind of like went to go and I was like, I can't do it, came back down, I was like, oh, I go again, and I got that. So yeah, all in all, happy with how it's going. I feel very good. I was expecting to feel trashed. I feel very good after my PM session as well right now. So whatever, I quite often don't feel that great on the weekend, and I end up sleeping lots on the weekend. I think whatever I do on the weekend kind of sets me up for the rest of the week. And then I feel bad on the weekend. I feel a bit sorry for Charlotte because I'm definitely not my best. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening as always. Hopefully you found something there interesting. You've enjoyed the video. Take care. Do subscribe, comment, like. It's all helpful. And give me some feedback. Cheers, guys. 5 stronger. Wish me good luck for the rest of the week. Well, whenever you see this.